Does these type of things, they don't deserve a second chance in life. What are we coming to as a society here in California? That it's okay with this, to let him out.
What are we coming to as a society when a monster sentenced to 3 life terms is suddenly eligible for release? You need to see exactly how this law was passed because the details are actually terrifying.
This is what he did. Lured him with candy, Barbie dolls, toys, and abused these kids horrifically. Horrifically. He was given 3 consecutive terms, 20-year terms. He should have been in prison the rest of his life. Unfortunately, in 2020, a bill was passed that made folks eligible for parole as early as 50 years of age once they serve 20 years. So he qualifies. He's 64 years old. I'm 62. That is dead wrong. These children, he ruined their lives. And now he's eligible. And the damage he's done, he stole their childhoods. And my issue is the parole board. I read the reports. They're horrific. You've seen some of the things he did. There's no explanation. You can't explain it away. There are some folks that deserve a second chance in life.
Listen to the raw emotion in the sheriff's voice. He's calling this man the monster parents fear most, and for good reason. We're talking about 16 counts of kidnapping and child molestation involving victims as young as 3 years old. The math here just doesn't add up for a civilized society. He was supposed to serve consecutive life sentences, but thanks to a bill passed in 2020, he's suddenly up for parole just because he hit the age of 50 and served 20 years. Look at the sheriff's face when he says he ruined their lives. You can tell this isn't just politics for him. It's a total failure of the system. This specific law essentially wiped away the consecutive part of the sentence, giving someone who committed 16 horrific crimes the same treatment as a single offense case. It's a massive wake-up call for anyone living in California right now.
I've written a hell of a book, and I don't say that lightly. I went through it in a quick hour and a half, almost 2 hours. And trust me, I don't read very fast, but it reads at an unbelievable pace. It's so well written. And of course, it's so familiar because I felt a little bit adjacent to so much of the subject matter, but it's 18 chapters. It's an impressive piece of work, 263 or so pages.
Now, check out this incredible contradiction. One day he's in Atlanta telling a crowd he can't read a sheet of paper during a speech because of his struggles. But then fast forward to his own podcast, and suddenly he's a speed reading machine. He claims he finished a 263-page book in under 2 hours. If you've ever tried to read a dense political or biographical book, you know that pace is almost superhuman, nearly 2 pages a minute without stopping. It's these little moments where the mask slips that really catch people's attention. Is he playing a character depending on who's in the room? When he's looking for vulnerability points, he can't read. When he wants to look like the smartest guy in the room, he's a literary genius. It makes you wonder what else is being adjusted for the camera.
Democratic side. I mean, just take a look here. Top choices for the 2028 Dem-Pres nominee. You have a leader, but it's not really a clear leader. It's within the margin of error. You have Newsom at 19%. Then you have former Vice President Kamala Harris at 18%. Quite a weak number for her, given that, of course, she was the nominee last time around. Pete Buttigieg, who, of course, has run before, 13%. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez at 12%. This is just a total clown car. It is a total mess. There is no clear front runner at this particular point on the Democratic side. Who the heck knows who the nominee is going to be in 2 years?
Take a look at this graphic from CNN. They are literally calling their own party's potential 2028 lineup a clown car. When your most friendly media outlets start using that kind of language, you know there's trouble in paradise. They've got Newsom sitting at 19%, which is basically a tie with the former vice president. In historical terms, that is an incredibly weak position for a supposed frontrunner. Usually, by this point, you'd see someone holding at least 25 or 30%. But here, it's a total scramble. You've got names like AOC and Pete Buttigieg all crowded together in the low teens. It shows a massive vacuum of leadership where nobody is actually connecting with the base. The giant question mark on that chart is the most honest thing we've seen on news in a long time.
In the book, I briefly described, I am here because of my parents, but I'm also here in political terms because of one extraordinary human being.
Willie Brown.
Willie Brown. And for those that don't know Willie Brown, you wouldn't know Kamala Harris without Willie Brown.
Did you catch that subtle dig? He explicitly credits one person for his and Kamala's political rise, Willie Brown. This is one of those if you know moments in California politics. By bringing up Brown, he's intentionally highlighting the old-school power dynamics and the relationships that built their careers. It's a very tactical move to remind everyone who the real establishment players are. He's basically saying, we're here because of the same machine. It's rare to see him be this blunt about the political ladder, and it definitely rubbed some people the wrong way. It feels like a subtle play for dominance, showing he knows where the bodies are buried in the Democratic establishment. The numbers don't lie, but the messaging might. Drop a comment and let me know which of these clips surprised you the most. Don't forget to follow for the next breakdown.